Okay, good morning and welcome to the American Leather Product Launch Webinar. I'm David Workman, Vice President of Sales, here with Spencer Bass, Creative Director and Product Guru. We're really happy you guys could join us this morning. Over the last couple of months, we've rolled out some exciting new product through different chapters. Our main goal was to focus in on key chair categories, so the Reinvented recliner, the Comfort recliner, and the Comfort Air. These three categories make up a huge part of the American Leather business, so we wanted to expand on that offering to continue to make the American Leather space on your floor an exciting destination for your customers. American Leather was built on innovation and speed, and most of you are aware of our patent and proprietary product, especially the Comfort Sleeper. We also have 23 different patents across all product categories, most notably recently the Comfort Air, which is came out of the gate very strong, and we're very excited about that new launch. What we're going to do today is go through all the product categories that we recently launched, give you a chance to ask questions and go through each of those categories. And if you close your eyes, you almost feel like you're in High Point.
Hey guys, thanks so much. Look forward to seeing all your faces, I think, behind that camera right now. It's nice to have somebody else in this room, as I've been here by myself reading these chapters on products about smooth rides. But hey, this webinar is for you guys. I encourage you to ask all the questions, or why don't some of the chairs have 3 legs or 1 leg? So there's really not a silly question you can or cannot ask, but I encourage. We've got Crystal right here twisting and tweaking, reading the questions in her very smooth voice. We've got Christian working on the 27 cameras, and we've got Brian orchestrating this all in a very harmonic sense. So this is a webinar, so this will be fun. I encourage you to, once again, ask as many questions.
Like Spencer said, this is a very interactive webinar, so we expect to see some questions. And again, this is just for you guys. We want you to get something out of it this morning. So please feel free. In your top right-hand corner, you can fill out any questions. We'll kind of roll through and answer as many as possible throughout the presentation. So we'll take pause to answer those. But with that being said, let's kick it off with Reinvented recliners.
There are a few new options and features to highlight in the Reinvented recliner program. A new back height option at 43 inches as compared to the original 40-inch. This new size will be known as XT. There's also a motorized recliner option, a 1-button open and close feature with a USB port. We'll also provide a battery pack for those wanting to float the chair in the living room. The Elton Reinvented recliner, inspired by the shape and ideation of a Norwegian ski sled. The wooden arms of the chair have a soft, geometric shape that appears to almost be gliding across the snow. The seating experience is highlighted by a channeled back and seat and down, which creates a smooth ride. Inspired by traditional forms with a timeless look, the Roman Reinvented recliner puts a unique twist on style and comfort with its conical torpedo roll arm and button-tufted waterfall pillow back and seat. Comfort is unmatched with a blend of down fibers in the back and seat cushion.
Hey David, how are you?
Hey, Spence.
It was a nice walk.
Oh, it was. Welcome back. We're here at the 2 new Reinvented recliners. These are 2 new fantastic styles that we introduced, very different looks that I think will appeal to just about everyone. But not only coming out with some new styles, but also adding features and benefits to the existing assortment of Comfort or Reinvented recliners. I gotta say, because I'm sure this is going to be a question that came up, because I was watching your video in your smooth tone voice that you have there. Got a voice for storytelling. But you use a lot of descriptive words to talk about how you came up with your inspiration. And for the Elton, you described a Norwegian ski sled. So
Absolutely.
I'm sure everyone is curious how you got that inspiration.
Yeah. Stories are very important, as Mr. Rogers has taught us. and really sitting down and experiencing inspiration. You see inspiration everywhere, and as my family goes on our annual trip to Norway to go in our ski sled adventure, I was riding down the mountain in the ski sled and really experiencing a smooth ride, and really found some inspiration from that Norwegian ski sled, which inspired this Elton Reinvented recliner. But David, what I'm really noticing there to you in that Roman is that 3 inches of extra that you're getting right there. It feels like you're really experiencing a smooth ride as you open that Roman up with the new power option as a one-button open and close feature. And as you know, David answers a lot of emails, and he's got a USB port that he can charge his phone up. So we added 3 inches as an XT option to all the Reinvented recliners except for the Leah and the Nissan. That's just due to tilt factor. And if you look back over here and you zoom in right here, you can see the one-button open and close feature on the Elton Reinvented recliner. As you can also see, there's no cords here because there's a battery pack, so I can float this in my living room and just enjoy the smooth ride as I come up and watch up on football season. But once again, I'm in a XT with a nice channel back feature, and David, who's 6 feet tall, is in the XT also. But just a couple of new features and options to our Reinvented recliner program that makes it even more powerful in your retail space.
And what's interesting about the Reinvented recliner and what makes these additions so great is, you know, these are such classic styles, and when you're in your home, they're almost the jewelry of the living room because they're such a fresh, clean look, but also gives you the function of some motion. With the power option, you know, you most of the time you float these in the middle of your room. You don't have a space to plug it in. You don't want a cord running across your floor. So we do have the battery option on the power. You know, we had a lot of requests to make it scaled a little bigger for taller people like yourself. So we wanted to add that in as a feature. What's cool about this, though, you're getting 3 extra inches on the back, but when you look at it, you don't feel like it's a much bigger chair.
It doesn't look out of scale.
It doesn't look out of scale. It looks still sleek and gorgeous, and will complete your living room. So,
David, how do you recommend I floor my, like if I have a retail space, how should I floor it?
absolutely. So first off, with the Reinvented recliners, these are on the floor space. They can be set up in a chair gallery or as accent chair, pieces. So we actually do a phenomenal job with the Reinvented recliners when they're paired up with other motion groups or stationary groups on your floor, because they are an accent. We want them to be, again, like I said, the jewelry. But what I would suggest is that you bring in the XT version. It's hard to explain to a customer, you know, the difference in size, and especially when you're talking about a larger chair, they may step back and be like, I think it will really stand out if it's, you know, a bigger chair. Maybe it's gonna change the aesthetics of the look, and you know, I think it's really important that you show that.
Wow, it's great information. This new finish is the dark brown ash that we added to the Reinvented recliner on the Elton. And if we have some success, I know that, you know, dark brown ash is one color, and you'd probably like to see some other options. But, you know, it's really up to the success that we have on the retail floor. Great. But, you know, guys, continue to ask your questions. We can come back to Reinvented. But, David, where are we going next?
I think we're going to take the long walk to Comfort recliner.
Oh, fantastic.
A few new options and details to highlight for the Comfort Recliner program. We re-engineered the seat foam construction to 2.3 HR21, which will give the seat a better ride and reduce puddling. There will also be a new back height of 44 inches compared to the RV7 42 inch. This size will be known as RV7 XT. Lastly, we added a 4-star base option that will be available in all 3 current metal finishes, as well as a new natural walnut 4-star. The Gordon Comfort Recliner takes its shape from equestrian saddle design. The recliner's pillow back and seat are matched with the soft padded arms that taper from front to back to create the ultimate ride and relaxation. The recliner's form is highlighted by the heavy stitching throughout the silhouette that adds a touch of class and style. Inspired by shapes of modern 1960s Italian race cars, the Clark Comfort Recliner features a tufted back and seat that create exceptional comfort and style. The recliner's exterior shape truly mirrors the form of automotive shapes from that time. As you span the recliner, the arms taper from not only top to bottom, but from front to back to create a sleek silhouette.
Hey, David. That was a hell of a walk.
We're back, and welcome to the new Comfort Recliners, the Gordon and the Clark. These are incredible additions to a already fantastic program that's been in the line for quite some time, and we just wanted to come back out, give some really spice it up a little bit with two great new styles, and similar to the Reinvented recliners, also come out with new features and benefits that we could add across the board. But Spence, I have to say, you again, watching your video, you're comparing the Clark to a 1960 Italian race car.
Absolutely.
I would love to hear the thought process behind this.
Yes. Not in Norway, but in the summertime, I go to Italy. And Crystal Robinson, she's also a racing enthusiast, and she wanted to join me last summer. And she noticed that on my Porsche, that had this wonderful tufting detail. And she said that would be a fantastic addition of a chair design for the Comfort Recliner. So we kind of took that inspiration, took that tufting detail through the seat and back, and it creates that smooth ride. And then really paired it with these nice contouring track arms. And also, excuse my socks or lack of socks, but you can notice the new 4-star base option. But another thing I'm really excited about, David, is just how comfortable you are in that Gordon, because you got that extra 2 inches with that XT RV7. And that RV7 XT is just a new option in the Comfort Recliner category that has that old RV9 height, but pairing it with that RV7 body. And then as you can see, that fantastic extension on that 45 inches of the Comfort Recliner with that brushed stainless so you cannot see the linkages. Another proprietary mechanism from yours truly, American Leather. And the Gordon has a couple of nice design features. As you can see, David's arm is nicely nestled on that padded arm with that heavy top stitching. And then once again, a wonderful cover chosen by the merchandising team. That Mont Blanc smoke really sets the pace for that chair.
These are fantastic chairs, and the best part about it is, especially with the new 4-star base, putting this in your home really classes up the modern day recliner. You no longer have to be embarrassed of something that is extremely comfortable. There's a lot of them out there that you keep around because they're so comfortable, but when people come over, you just aren't as happy about it. This is something you're going to want to brag about. They're gorgeous. The tailoring is perfect, and the comfort is bar none the best. So we're very excited about these two new additions.
Yeah. But something I kind of forgot to mention is, David, we put in we changed the foam construction to 2.3 and added a little bit of crown to the seat to create that ultimate smooth ride. That's another addition to all the inline styles also. So if you don't order an Elliott or an Eva, you would experience that nice comfort. And then if you look at the Clark and the Gordon, it's like, this one's a little bit larger, a little bit more, hey, I'm ready to watch some football. Are you ready for some football? Absolutely. And then the Clark, a little bit tight and more tailored, a little bit more sleek. But, two options, two new styles to really make your Comfort Recliner program just that much more spectacular at retail.
Well, and then with the taller back, it just really creates an extra level of comfort.
Yeah. Speaking about comfort, Crystal, do we have any questions regarding the comfort or the experience of these Comfort Recliners?
Yeah, you both look super comfortable. You could probably kick off your, well, I would say socks and shoes, but you already have your socks off.
I got my socks off.
Spencer is halfway there, and I will say this was his greatest idea yet, was to talk about these chairs while we're sitting in them.
While you're sitting in them.
Yeah.
The Italy story though is not true at all.
Oh.
Or the racer story. I don't know
Oh.
the first thing about sports racing.
Oh, you don't?
No, you know two Crystal Robinsons. You know
No,
two.
pretty sure it was you.
No, not me. Well, to the questions, there's a lot of comments saying they've had a lot of success with the comfort recliners, and they're really excited about having 2 new offerings in that category. One of the questions, though, is have we been able to speed up the motor on the open and close for the comfort recliner?
Man, that is a great question. We're always challenging our innovation team, and we would love to see if it could go 5 to 10% faster. That would be a really nice addition to the comfort recliner experience. But we're really pushing our innovation team. It's not something that we were ready to come out with yet because we don't want to push the motor too far, but we're always challenging, we're always pushing to create these amazing additions to the comfort recliner program, but it's something that we're definitely working towards.
Now, I will say that has come up quite a lot more since we launched the A-Series style and motion frame, because the mechanism on there is very quick, and it's something that we're challenging ourselves across the board to see how we can get better.
But if we don't have any more questions, or if we do right now, we'll continue to answer them about comfort recliner. But David, where are we going next?
If there's no more questions, I think we're going to wrap it up with Comfort Air.
Wonderful.
A new option in base selection will be a natural walnut 4-star base. The Rainier Comfort Air, inspired by European tailoring techniques, this chair is meant to mimic the construction of a mountaineering parka. The oversized asymmetrical double needle channel quilting detail on outside arm, seat, and back create a luxe look and feel. The chair's design and scale perfectly match to create the ultimate in comfort. Inspired by shapes and forms of modern nautical interiors, the Huron sets the bar for comfort with its asymmetrical construction of the back and seat cushions. This construction allows for the down back pillow to conform perfectly to your body. The curves and the shape of the chair mimic the silhouette of a modern-day yacht. Comfort Air is the fastest growing category at American Leather, and we have challenged ourselves to see what's next, how we can continue to make the only living chair stronger. How can we make it more dynamic? How can we draw in a new customer? Well, we created 3 new styles with a unique look and feel, all built on a proprietary mechanism. We created these styles by pulling the frame apart. We added 2 inches of width to the seat in the back, which gives the profile of these chairs a comforting scale. We also developed a rocking ottoman to go with these styles. Pairing the rocking ottoman with these chairs creates a vertical hammock experience as you gently glide back and forth. Lastly, we explored a soft, transitional look to these frames by taking their profile to the floor, creating a whole new look while maintaining a luxurious seating experience. We will continue to evolve this category and push the levels of comfort through next-level innovation. Introducing the Ontario, Como, and Lanier. Enjoy the ride. The Como Comfort Air was drawn from northern Italian speedboat design, synonymous with elegance. Its contoured taper arms nearly reach the floor and give the Como its graceful, timeless silhouette. Its plush, buttonless tufting on back and seat provided superior comfort with every move. The chair allows you to experience the comfort and feel of an afternoon boat ride on calm waters. The Ontario Comfort Air, inspired by the 1938 Bugatti Atlantic. The Bugatti's flowing lines and dorsal seam inspire the shape and contours of the Ontario's profile. The rolling shape of its arms highlight the chair's form as they gently slope from back to front. Back and seat have refined detailing as the waterfall back cushion transitions neatly into a tailored seat. The details and shape of the Ontario come together to create a smooth ride.
The Lanier Comfort Air finds its shape from 1970s BMW motorcycles. The chair's channeled seat and back mimic the detailing of the motorcycle's seat, giving the chair a comfortable ride. The chair's outside profile follows the shape of the motorcycle's body, as the chair's outside profile tapers from top to bottom. All the detailing and comfort combined make the Lanier perfect for a joyride.
They are gorgeous. Ah, yes. This is actually the perfect place to end this session. We are sitting in two of the brand new Comfort Air. We launched two new high leg versions and also a new twist to the Comfort Air with a low to the floor transitional seat, which we'll talk about in just a minute. But before we move on to that, we got to talk about these styles because the tailoring and the comfort level are off the charts, and we're super excited about these styles. You know, again, I go back to your videos only because, one,
They're fantastic.
they are fantastic. They're very, very smooth talking videos,
Yeah.
but you compare the Huron to a modern day yacht. Now, before you go into your explanation on the modern day yacht, there's either two things going on here. One, the merchandising budget is significantly larger than the sales budget, or you're not only the creative director of product, you're also the creative director of
Modern day yacht company.
modern day bad stories.
Yeah. So when Crystal and I, finished third in our race on our Porsche race across the Amalfi Coast, I had to take some time off and really reflect on finishing third. So I was on my yacht and I was looking out across the coastline, and I noticed this beautiful chaise. And this chaise had this wonderful construction of its tufting technique, and that's really where I found the inspiration for this. Brian, if you want to zoom in right here, you can really see the asymmetrical design and how it's kind of a little bit offset, but really creates that ultimate comfort for the smooth ride. And then a really nice new feature and option is this walnut 4-star base. And this way it's constructed is these are our 4 walnut caps that fit flush against the base. And it's got a matte black post that ties nicely with these walnut caps to make this really kind of elegant, let's call it mid-century modern design techniques, kind of inspiration off the Eames chair. And as you can also notice that this Huron has these really nice tailored arms and back. I'm sitting in the XT, but you're kind of blowing up in that blue chair right there.
I know. I'm going to have to get up because I want everyone to see the stitching detail and the pop of the new Mont Blanc.
Yeah, this new Mont Blanc Baltic, Kristen Foster, our lead merchant, was sitting in her backyard. She's a watercolor enthusiast, and she was trying to find that perfect color of blue in the sky. She's looking up, and she kind of captured it with this classic blue, which just so happens to be the Pantone color of the year. And we named it Mont Blanc Baltic, and it's I'm sorry if it's coming through your video screen at a very intense rate, but that just the color is very intense, but at the same time soothing. And then the Rainier has this wonderful channel quilting detail that you saw, that you've seen on the Verona Style in Motion and the Barcelona stationary piece. And then you can see we brought that to life on this with this wonderful offset channel quilting, and then you can see it on the outside arm. But these high legs are nice contemporary designs to already our Comfort Air assortment. But Mr. Workman, he's more of a low rider, and he's very excited to show you our new low legs.
I'm very excited about the low leg version over here. This is by far one of my favorite chairs, and there's a couple of reasons. One, the new transitional groups are, the frame actually goes almost to the floor to give it just kind of a different look. Still sleek, it's still in that contemporary world, but maybe just a little bit outside of that.
A little bit softer.
A little bit softer. But what's also soft is the seat cushion here and the extra 2 inches that you get in the seat and the back. So I have so much more room This, for me, is more of a lounging chair. It's something that I could definitely see myself watching TV, sports, and enjoying for long periods of time. One of the coolest functions with the new Comfort Air is the rocking ottoman. So it really gives you this whole hammock appeal.
Yeah, I call it the vertical hammock experience. You know, you rock east to west on a hammock. This rocks north to south, and really, Brian, zoom in so you can see that nice rocking ottoman. If that comfort is just too much for one, you can also get this ottoman as a stationary piece to rock off, much like the stationary ottoman and the high leg options.
Well, what's really great about the Comfort Air, and just to kind of go into this, because this is a proprietary mechanism. So, you know, why this chair is so special to us is it's a two-pivot mechanism. So each mechanism operates independently of each other. So it follows with you. If I move forward, the mechanism follows with me. If I go back, if I go to the side, it shifts with me. That's why we call this the only living chair, because it truly does live with you, which is a very unique and only type of chair like this in the market.
So to the right of David is the Ontario Comfort Air, and Brian, as you can zoom into this wonderful arm shape, has a wonderful saddle motion to it, you know, highlighted with a very heavy double needle. And then the merchandising team made this up in this beautiful reed denim that gives a wonderful transitional, not only look, but feel. And then David was just in the Lanier, which has this channeled back detail. This is made up in Mont Blanc granite and an LG, where this Ontario is an XL. You know, it's paired with its rocking ottoman and its nice wide contouring track arms. And then lastly, as I spend a lot of time in Italy, if I'm not on my yacht, is Lake Como, the Como chair. It's got a nice buttless tufted detail with a slick, sleek track arm with heavy top stitching. And you can see it's got its rocking ottoman, and that's an LG. And as you can see, all three of these chairs are paired with a disc base, which it pairs nicely as a more transitional look. You absolutely have the option to go with the 4-star base, but just pairing and merchandising to look more living room and more transitional. We paired as you can see, the walnut and the brushed stainless base. And you know, really as we continue to evolve this category, just like the Comfort Sleeper has a high leg and low leg, you know, we look at your galleries and want to have the look and feel of not only a customer getting fitted for their only living chair, whether it's a ST or an XL or an LG, but a more of a transitional or more of a modern look. We want to cater to all of your customers.
Yeah, one of the things that I talked about at the very beginning was this is the fastest growing category among all the products that American Leather has launched. And when we were looking at the initial launch, there were several customers that came out of the gate selling these chairs absolutely so strong. And then there were some customers that couldn't quite get the handle on it and weren't seeing the same type of numbers. So we really dialed in to see what was really driving that. Why were some customers able to take this off and really drive business? And last November, we did a promotion. It was really a sweepstakes, if you will, and it was a minute challenge. And basically, it was just to focus on putting a customer in the chair for a minute, because this chair is so unique, it's so different, and you really need that time to sit in it, fill it out, get your own comfort level to understand the chair. After we did that promotion, we saw the sales spike tremendously. Not only were sales associates a lot behind it more, consumers started to understand the concept. We also took these chairs and put them almost in a gallery. So we had point of sale that kind of told the story around it. We put them in innovation shops. If you take the Comfort Air and put it as an accent chair, or if you put it in a recliner area, it's not going to take off because it's such a different chair. So it can be very confusing. But if you make it a destination in your retail floor and kind of set it up to where it is the destination, that's when we've seen a lot of success.
Yeah, it's truly an experience, and having the customer experiencing that 1-minute challenge really gave the opportunity to interact with the customer and the end consumer to experience that chair.
Yeah.
David, I think, do we have something coming up in November?
We do, in fact. So, based off the success of that last November, we're going to do that again, but we're going to add a little tweak to it that's actually going to be great on all fronts. So, it'll be something that is beneficial to the sales associates that are selling, end consumer, and you as well. So we're going to kind of encompass everything to make one big hardcore push on Comfort Air to close out 2020, which has already been a pretty interesting year.
Speaking of interesting, Crystal, do we have any interesting questions about Comfort Air?
We do. They asked for you to demonstrate the rocking ottoman a little bit more. That's a exciting feature for us.
It would be
for
my
Comfort
pleasure
Air.
to lock the ottoman. So as you can see, I'm rocking back and forth, and without any effort, just my inertia of my body moving back and forth, I'm having a wonderful vertical hammock experience, and I can take it and send it all the way back, and still experience that. So I can move east to west and north to south at the same time. But once again, as I said, there is an option for a stationary ottoman, but you can also use the rocking ottoman.
We did have one more question about the new 4-star walnut base. Could you show that again and just make mention of the construction of that?
I guess I got to get up to do that.
Yeah, you look comfortable, but we're going to get you up for that.
Okay. So Crystal brought up a good point. The new 4-star base is an absolute option now for Comfort Recliner also. And then the new 4-star walnut base, which is a walnut cap construction. So it sits flush on top of the 4-star base, and then it pairs nicely with this matte black post.
Just in closing, I just want to say thank you for your time today. We hope you found this informative. We hope you had a little bit of fun. Obviously, we don't take ourselves too seriously. We're here to help you drive business and figure out ways, and we appreciate that you guys gave us your time today. We appreciate any feedback, suggestions. We take that. We use that to come up and continue to build our arsenal of product and continue to come out with innovative product to be the most exciting product in the marketplace. Again, thank you. This COVID situation has definitely got everybody up in arms. Certainly, it's a lot different than being in High Point where you can see, touch, feel product. We're trying to find the new normal. We hope this webinar helped you be able to see some of the product a little bit closer, and see some of the details, especially when we're looking at the new transitional Comfort Air, just being able to compare it to the original styles. There's just so much exciting things going on here at American Leather, and we look forward to continuing growing our business with you. With that, thank you.